Welcome to the Peripatetic Anthropologist. My name is Bruce and I'm an anthropologist. And today, this is another of the 30 Years, 30 Questions videos. And today I'm going to answer questions number 9 and 10. Should be able to fit both those in. And the first question is about transportation. How do I get around Bali? Well, when I first thought about that, I thought, well, there's not that many ways, but actually there's lots of ways. First way is public buses, the big old buses, and here is a photo of one of the buses. And when I first came to Bali, the way I got from the south, where I was staying originally in Kuta, right by the airport, up to the north, where I live now, was on a public bus. And it's not the most luxurious way to travel, but boy, it was really cool. And I met some really interesting people, I had some great scenery, and it made me feel like I was in Bali, that I wasn't just hanging out doing tourist things, although of course I was. Buses are cheap, and they only go, however, and you can take a lot of stuff with you, so that's good. If you've got a big suitcase, you can take a big suitcase with you, but they only go to certain areas, and they travel at certain times. They're not the most convenient way to travel, but I like them. Now, I haven't used one in probably 25 years or so, but I would suggest trying one. Now, you see, it's really windy today, so I'm going to see if I can finish this up here. The rainy season is here, so I'm getting dirt from the garden up here in my eyes. So we got buses. We got the public bus. Then you have the Kura Kura, the turtle bus, and that travels to just certain areas. It's cheap. It's got Wi-Fi. Has an app that you can use. Some people don't like it. Some people do. I've never tried it because, well, I'm rarely in tourist areas. If I am, I have my motorcycle with me. But that's something that's relatively new and is a good way to travel. I try it, and there's a link below to that. It's a private company. They do tours here and all over Indonesia. Prama's not the cheapest in the world, but still it's a lot cheaper than taking taxis or private car. And they go to all the main tourist areas. They have a website. Got the prices listed. You can reserve a seat on the website. And so I think from Ubud to Lovina, it's around 125,000, so a little less than $10, with a stop in Madugal, and link is below. And Parama, I know people that have used it and they really liked it. If you want to talk to other tourists, other travelers, whatever, it's a good way to travel, and relatively inexpensive, as I said. Not the fastest way, but I've heard good things about Parama. Let's see, you've got, okay, you have the ride hailing or whatever they're called, like Uber. Uber's not in Indonesia anymore. I don't think. We have Grab here, and Gojek, and Gojek is motorcycle taxis, and Grab are cars, and I've never used either of those again, and they're banned in some areas of Bali. Now, people might tell you that they're illegal. They're not illegal. We have it up here in the north. You can find them in other areas of Bali, but in certain areas like Ubud and Canggu, you can't use them. Local drivers have effectively banned them from there, and the drivers are afraid to go there because, hey, some of them have been beaten up, and some of them have had their cars destroyed. And this is a really controversial topic in Bali. Once you start talking about the ride-hailing apps, because the people that make a living here as drivers don't like it. But it's there, and there's a link below to these. You can check these out too. They're cheap, just like they are everywhere else in the world. And let's see, what we've got. Motorcycle taxis, regular motorcycle taxis, the guys that just kind of hang around in motorcycle taxi places called Ojeks, and they're cheap. Then there's taxis. Bluebird taxi is the meter taxi, and it's one that a lot of tourists use. There are a lot of taxis that are painted blue that look like Bluebird, but they're not. Those taxis usually don't use meters. There have been many complaints about those. The taxi thing is transportation with the taxis and Grab and Gojek is just it's a real point of contention here. But regular Ojeks you can get in a lot of places. Most places they're relatively cheap and convenient, and you can get in some really good conversations. I've taken those from the time I got here 30 years ago, and I still take them occasionally when I'm in a place and I don't want to use my motorcycle because maybe I'm going to go out and have a few drinks, and it's more convenient for me to have somebody drive me than to drive while I'm drinking. Okay, so we've got that. Now, airplanes, right? You want to go from island to island. Airplanes are the quickest way, not the cheapest way, and there are all sorts of different airlines, and that's easy enough for you to find out. I'm not going to go into the airlines because this is really more about transportation in the island. But when you're talking about between islands too, there's another one that I really love, ferries. Here's a photo of a ferry. And I used to take ferries regularly when I was living in Sumbawa and going back and forth between Sumbawa and Bali. And I love the ferries. They're cheap, they're slow, but wow, you meet really cool people. If you want to get an idea of what Indonesia is like and what Indonesians are like beyond the person that serves you at a restaurant or cleans your room or cleans your pool, get on a ferry. You meet all sorts of people. I've met cops, firemen, teachers, students, retired people like me. People will come up to you to talk to you just to practice their English, some people. And if you speak just a little Indonesian, boy, you can have a really good time on the ferries. Try a ferry. If you're going to go to Lombok, for example, take the ferry instead of the fast boat. Have a good time. Get to meet some people other than just tourists. You can get the ferry at Parambai, and I'll talk about Parambai in another video. I like Parambai. We got now drivers, right? You can get drivers if you're in Ubud. There are drivers everywhere on the street, sitting around, taxi, and they're not cheap. But the good thing about getting a local driver is they're not cheap, but they're local, and they can tell you about the culture and be a guide as well as a driver. And so they double. And so if I really was new here and I wanted to get around and find out some more about the island, I'd take a driver and have him tell me about the culture. And I've taken private drivers before to get from the airport up to here. Like I said, it's not inexpensive, but these guys know what they're doing. And so let's put cost aside for a minute. Support local business. Yeah, bicycles. Here's a couple photos of bicycles. How bicycles are, yeah, I haven't ridden the bicycle in Bali in a long time, but you know, here's Zoe's on a bicycle. And when I first got here, people use bicycles all the time. Some people still do, especially if you get out of the urban areas. You can buy bicycles here, relatively inexpensive. And the good thing about bicycles is it's slow and it gives you a chance to meet people and really see things. The bad thing about bicycles is people drive like lunatics here. And if you're on a bicycle, you need to get out of the way quick. It's hard to do that on a bike. And then there's buying your own motorcycle, or buying a car. Unless you're a resident here, you really can't do that. But you can rent motorcycles. They're pretty cheap to rent, and there are lots of videos online where people talk about how much they paid for their motorbike. Generally, it seems to be somewhere around 600 to 700,000 a month, which is $50 a month to rent a motorbike. If you're going to rent a motorbike, make sure you know what you're doing, because despite what some tourists say here, there is no system. The system is every person for themselves, and it can be dangerous. Motorbikes come out of nowhere. They come out of these little small side streets called gangs. Don't even look. They just drive right out into the main road. You've got dogs and cats, little kids. You've got to watch out for all those. You've got gravel that trucks spill. You've got oil that trucks spill. You've got wet roads during the rainy season. Wear a helmet. I know it doesn't look cool necessarily. You don't have the hair blowing in the wind, but I've had a number of spills over my 30 years here, and I'll tell you, I'm glad I was wearing a helmet, because I wouldn't be here if I hadn't had a helmet on. Wear a helmet, and I always wear long pants and shoes when I'm driving, because you take a spill, and there's the guy, they're still working away here. I thought I was going to get this done before he started pounding. Yeah, I've taken spills and had my pants shredded, my shirt shredded. You want to drive around and look cool, you have a pair of shorts and no shirt, you can do that, but hey, I've seen people after they've slid on the pavement, and it's not pretty, and it's really painful. So wear some clothes, wear a helmet, be careful. Okay, and there's walking. Now, walking isn't, I love walking, I'm a walker. I love cities where I can walk, Bangkok, Singapore, two of my favorites. I love to walk. Singaraja is kind of a semi-walking city. It's hard in some places. The pavement's busted up, broken. In some places, the shop owners put their goods out on the sidewalk, so you have to get into the street and walk along the side of the street, but everybody does. You just have to be careful. I love walking around Singaraja. There are a lot of videos on my other channel about me and Zoe and our walks. And Ubud is unfortunately not a good place to walk. The streets are too narrow, the sidewalks are too narrow, the traffic is too much. There's too many people walking down these narrow sidewalks, and they stop. And what are they doing? They're looking in a window. They're having a conversation. So I do walk every time I'm in Ubud, but it's not a pleasurable experience anymore. It used to be in the old days, not anymore. when I lived in Denpasar, I used to walk all the time in Denpasar. I loved walking in Denpasar. Again, kind of like Sigarajas, sidewalks are broken up a lot of the time. People have their things out in the street, but it's a great way to meet people. Great way to really see things because you're walking in slow motion, basically, trying to navigate here. So, yeah, by all means, walk if you can. Get around, see things. Now, there's a joke about Indonesians. If they've got to go more than 50 meters, they take a motorbike. And like a lot of stereotypes, there's some truth there, especially with my wife. Say, let's go down to the store. Okay, I'll get my helmet. The store is 200 meters away. Yeah, well, okay, you get the point. What else we got about transportation? Oh, yeah, right, licenses. You have to have a license to drive here legally. And if you get stopped and you don't, cops are going to either give you a ticket or they shouldn't, but they may offer you the chance to settle up right there. I'm not going to support corruption. Things are a lot different than in the old days. But I hear that it's still happening. It hasn't happened to me because I'm legal. You need to have a driver's license. You need to have registration for the vehicle. So make sure you have those if you're driving legally. If you're driving illegally, you're an idiot. Would you want Indonesians coming to your country and driving illegally? Probably not. So don't do it here. Okay, so, oh yeah, right. Last one. BMOs. Brother-in-law that was a BMO driver for a long time, and some nephews I think that still drive BMOs. Here's a BMO, and you have small BMOs and big BMOs. Big BMOs are kind of like mini buses, and you can take those. Those are go around the island. They're intra-island transportation, and the BMOs are local transportation. They're small, they're cheap. Again, a good way to meet people and to see what life is really like here outside of the tourist bubble. So that's transportation. Okay, going too long. Number 10. How do I deal with money in Bali? Easy answer, bring a lot. Besides that, there are banks in all the big places where you're going to be. Most of the big places you're going to be. A lot of banks. You can use credit cards to get cash advances. But of course, there's ATMs everywhere on the island, and a lot of ATM scams. Both local people fidgeting with the ATMs and international. A lot of Bulgarians are in jail right now in Bali for ATM scams. And it seems like after the cops arrested one Bulgarian gang, another one pops up. And so ATMs can be kind of dicey, especially in the tourist areas. If you're going to use an ATM, use an ATM in a bank or that has a place where there's a regular security guard so that they can't be fiddled with. Now, I do. I don't use the ATMs ever in Ubud, for example. I wouldn't use them down at Kuta, Seminyak, Canggu. Here's stories on Facebook, Bali pages all the time about people who've had their cards skimmed. So, you're going to use an ATM, make sure it's in a bank. Exchanging money. Another scam, there are these little small businesses, they offer outstanding, amazing exchange rates. And you get cheated. And you can look on YouTube, and there are all sorts of videos about this. There are authorized money changers. Use those. There's some on the main street in Ubud. There's a main street in Kuta. Use an authorized money changer. Don't get cheated out of your money. Airport. When I used to come in from Pakistan, I wouldn't have money, and I would change $100, so we had some money to get from the airport up here and do some shopping on the way. But otherwise, no, the exchange rate's not really good, but it's honest. And if you need cash when you get here, there's a lot right inside the airport that you can use. Sure, there's ATMs in the airport. I don't remember anymore, but it seems like there was. And opening a bank account. Can you open a bank account here? Well, you're supposed to. Most banks will say you need to have a KETAS or a KETOP, one of the visas, and I'll talk about them in a different video. That lets you stay here for a year or 2 years or 5 years, whatever your length, depending on your visa. But there are a couple of banks where they let people without those get accounts and transferring money. I use TransferWise. I found that it's really fast. I can get my money sometimes in a few hours. It's got a good exchange rate, it's trustworthy, so I use that as my means of transferring money from the U.S., and I recommend that to people that are doing that. E-banking is well, all the banks have e-banking now, all the big banks, and I use those all the time. I rarely go to the bank anymore. I go to the bank when I need cash. That's it. Otherwise, my money is transferred directly into my account. I pay for all of my bills using e-banking. I go shopping, online shopping. There are a lot of online shopping malls here. Bali is one, Lazada, Tokopedia. I bought stuff from all those, and I can pay right through my online banking account. So, yeah, you shouldn't have any trouble with banking here. Just, you got to be careful, though, right? You got to be careful, the ATM thing. And it's amazing how some people will leave their wallets inside their motorcycles, in the inner compartment in the motorcycle under the seat. Wow, so many people have had their stuff stolen that way. Never leave your wallet anywhere, on the beach, in your motorbike. Don't take it and put it on the table in a restaurant. I hate to say this, and I'll talk about this in another video, but we've got crime. There's a crime issue here in Bali, in the tourist areas especially. Bali's like anywhere else. There's crime. This is not paradise. There are criminals, and there are a lot of criminals that prey on tourists and on people that like to call themselves expats. So take care of your money. And I think, major banks, Mandiri, BNE, BRE, what's that other one that I never use that other people like to use? Boy, I can't even think of it now. But, there are a lot. This is the Mandiri Bank that I like. Big one in Singaraja. And there's the BNE, which you can find anywhere in Indonesia, BNE. So, if you're traveling, BNE is found on a lot of different islands. And so, if you're getting a bank account, BNE is a good one to have if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. That's it for today. If you like, thumbs up, and you can subscribe. And I think it was, the left hand goes to over there. And I always have it on the end of the video. And yeah, that's it. So, thanks for viewing, and happy travels.